What is up, everybody? Welcome inside of Haptic HQ. My name is Josh Tull, and I am going to be your guide today through the Resident Evil showcase for Resident Evil Village. Now, for those of you that have been following our channel, you'll realize, you might be asking yourself, where's Brett? Where's Brett at? Well, unfortunately, Brett got his Plaga vaccine, the second dose of it, and he's not feeling too great. So it's just going to be you and I and me and you and I and me. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Brett is obviously in the chat. Feel free to jump into the chat. Let us know your thoughts. Here's kind of my idea of what we're going to do. You'll see in the screens behind me that Capcom has already gone live with the showcase. There's a timer there. They're just playing ads, basically. We'll get to that in a minute, but kind of what I want to do is go through and talk about what we know so far about Resident Evil Village, because, you know, this is the last showcase that is planned, at least by Capcom, to talk about the game and Resident Evil being the 25th Resident Evil anniversary. Before the game's release in the first or second week in May. I forget off the top of my head. So what I want to do maybe is just go through everything that we kind of know thus far. If I miss something, feel free to jump into the chat and let me know. Okay, and then what I might want to do before we start is take a look at the just the launch trailer from the game and maybe a little bit of gameplay if we have time, depending on the conversation with y'all. Christian says, yo, same, LOL, I couldn't walk today when I woke up today for my number 2. Oh, that's right. Christian, shout out to Christian, by the way, in the chat from Save Before Quitting podcast. If you haven't checked them out, we really encourage you guys to. They support us a lot. We support them a lot. They make great content. It's Christian and Nico. Save Before Quitting podcast on YouTube. And I think also it's Save the letter B, number 4, quitting on Twitter. Christian, feel free to dump your shit in the chat, either for people while they're watching live or obviously for playback later. And if you are watching this on playback later, or if you're watching it live, make sure you like this live stream, you like the video, you subscribe, you hit that notification bell, you follow us on all of our socials, which will pop up constantly throughout the stream above my shoulder over there. You do it better than we do, my dude. I don't know what that means. But listen, I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure you check them out. And also, I did want to give a shout out. This music that you hear, probably very faintly right now, I'm going to bump it a little bit while I talk this, is from a dude by the name of Carl Casey. I want to give a shout out to him because him and I very briefly connected on socials after I was having some, well, Brett and I were having some difficulty with getting copyright strikes for music that we potentially already licensed through Epidemic Sound, which, by the way, I don't recommend Epidemic Sound, since clearly they don't give a shit about anybody that uses their service. But shout out to Carl Casey. You can follow him on Spotify. Look him up on YouTube at White Bat Audio. He has been providing us with copyright-free, royalty-free music for a very long time now, throughout our entire Resident Evil stream series. Make sure you check him out. Carl with a K, Casey with a C. Check him out. So let's hop into talking about some of the news and what we know about Resident Evil Village thus far. But to do that, I thought today, given the fact that Brett's not here and it feels, I don't know, just feels very empty inside of HQ with him, what I'd like to do, what I would like to do is go over to the theater, something that we don't typically break out for something like this, but figure that I would today, given the fact that I am riding solo right now. So let us go over to the theater right now. Here we are, inside the theater. Behind me, you will see Capcom's live stream. You see the countdown right there. Sorry, I'm jamming out to Carl Casey music. Brett says in the chat, during my struggles today, I read something about hunting and cooking food in Resi 8. Well, that would be certainly different. Almost like maybe Capcom bringing in a Monster Hunter. Speaking of Monster Hunter-esque type of mechanic there, kind of in the background, which would be pretty interesting. You know, I mean, they have the herb mechanic, so, you know, it's it's not a far stretch to think that they could do that as well. Christian says DJ Ketosis in the house. For those of you that don't know, my gamer tag is Captain Ketosis. Why, you ask? Well, that was coined by my good friend Brett Roberts, who is usually my co-host, but again, not feeling well today because of his second plague vaccine. But yeah, so let's get into talking about some of this Resident Evil news that we have thus far. Kind of just a little summary about everything that we know at the moment. Again, Brett said that he read something today about hunting and cooking food in Resident 8. That would be interesting. But let's start with this. Resident Evil Village's release date, May 7th. So the end of the first week of May. And again, this is the last Resident Evil showcase that we are going to get, before the game launches in May. At least that's been advertised, right? And with that, they announced at 2 or 3 showcases ago, one of the other showcases, that they had the maiden demo, right, which was the tech demo that we saw, which most people have played now. It was very short, kind of just showing off the graphical fidelity of the game and just basic mechanics and some of the characters that you're going to be, coming across in the game. And then they also said that there's going to be another gameplay demo at some point in the spring. Well, we're just a couple weeks away from the game launching. So I would be surprised if we get through today's Resident Evil showcase without hearing something about that demo. Christian says in the chat, I remember back, you first changed that shit, LOL, it has been a while. First changed this shit. Oh, you mean the theater? Yes, well, remember when we first launched into the new HQ, that HBot, was, I don't know, dragging her fucking robot behind on getting the theater, put together. And listen, it still needs work, but, here we are. Brett says in the chat, I think a new Game Informer video came out today, which is where the hunting crafting news came from. Brett, you are right. A new Game Informer video did come out today. If somebody has a link to that, they want to drop it in the chat, I'll pull it up. And then maybe we could take a look at it real quick, depending on how long it is, or at least scroll through it. But again, Daniel Williams is in the chat. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Welcome to the stream. Daniel Williams, a big supporter of our channel. Appreciate you stopping by. And it is time to get excited for the Resident Evil Village showcase that is happening in just a little over 18 minutes from now. You can see the countdown timer somewhere. Okay. But again, the biggest thing I'm expecting out of today, besides more gameplay, right, is I think that we are going to get this demo dropped today. Now, it's not necessarily shadow dropped because they already said that we were going to get one again this spring, but I am hoping and praying that that demo is going to drop today because I really want to sink my teeth into it. And if it's anything like the Resident Evil 7 demo, the kitchen demo, if you all remember, if you've played that, let me know in the chat. The Resident Evil kitchen demo was just a very small, kind of almost prequel slice to that game, that just showed off the mechanics and the actual gave you like a little bit of a prequel of the story for the game, which I thought was really interesting. So it'd be cool to kind of see something like this, like that for Resident Evil Village. If they showed us, I don't know, maybe just how 7 and this connects a little bit, just something, 20, 30-minute demo, whatever it might be, just to kind of tide us over for the next 3 or 4 weeks before the game launches again on May 7th. Daniel says in the chat, whoop, whoop, show me that VR, Capcom. Yo, okay, so, yes. For those of you that have been following our channel, you know that Brett and I are big supporters of VR. We loved VR in Resident Evil 7. In fact, we are getting ready to maybe do a Resident Evil 7 live stream series once our Resident Evil 4 live stream series is done, which if you haven't watched that, make sure you check those videos out. But we really want there to be VR in this game, at least as an option. In Resident Evil 7, you can play through basically the entire game in VR. So it would be really cool if we heard something about that today from Capcom in this showcase. VR is big, and it was pretty popular, and a lot of people really liked the VR option for Resident Evil 7, including us here at Haptic Intel. So yes, let's hope we get some VR news today with that, hopefully. Christian says, I'm not looking forward to that because the dudes are going to force me to play that shit for content. You mean playing, I'm assuming Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village, whatever, in VR. Again, shout out to Christian from Save Before Quitting. Make sure you check them out on YouTube and all of their socials. So yeah, we talked about the launch date, which is May 7th. We talked about hopefully that we get some VR news today. Again, really hope so. And that this is the last showcase, at least that's been advertised for the release. Brett says, just sent a few links, 2 vids that Game Informer made. Where'd you send those links, Brett? Just so I know, because I don't see them in the chat here, unless you send them in Discord, in which case I'd have to open up Discord, which I should check in a second. But let me know, then I'll pop them up. So, what else do we know? We know the release date. We know that there is a demo coming this spring, right? Which, again, I mean, we're really running out of time. So, let's fucking go, Capcom. We've had a couple of trailers. We've had a little bit of a look inside the gameplay. Yeah, Brett, it might not go through because it might count as spam or something in chat. You can send it through Discord if you want. And then I will pull it up. But yeah. Jeez, I just lost my train of thought. We saw a little bit of gameplay. That's what I wanted to say. We saw a little bit of gameplay. Brett says, demo's dropping today. I feel it in my loins. Me too, and I really hope so for their sake. I really, really hope so for their sake. Okay, so here we are. We're about a little under 15 minutes away. We're probably going to take a look at a trailer in a second here. Christian says, with VR either for PlayStation or PC, do you think just a few games that are out currently and the whispers of Resi 8 having VR are worth investing into it? Or is it still too early in VR's age to be 100% worth being a household item? Well, I mean, that is a good question. I think there is different price points, right, that make sense for different people, and definitely different layers of accessibility to kind of get into VR. Personally, and I know Brett as well, we both love PlayStation VR. It is relatively cheap compared to, other things like the Vive and stuff like that. Although Oculus has a really cheap entry into it now. And I think it's really good, right? The technology that we have is really, really good for it. It's not perfect yet, but I think if you want different and really cool experiences and you can handle it, I think that, getting invested into VR, especially now when the first PSVR headset is so cheap, I think it would be cool. And I think, especially on PlayStation, which is, kind of my knowledge base, I think there is plenty of games and titles that are super worth it to get into. And then Brett says, I personally think we might see PSVR 2 today as well. That is something that we're still waiting for. We know it's in development, right? PlayStation has one VR headset out now, but it's been rumored for a while that there's going to be a PSVR 2 headset. Something big like Resident Evil Village, akin to the first VR headset and Resident Evil 7. That could be a really cool way to announce it. Be like, hey, we have PSVR 2 coming. Oh, and also Resident Evil Village is playable from start to finish in it. And Daniel says in the chat, once you get into VR, it's tough to go back. I agree with that. There's just some really cool experiences and awesome games in it. And like really groundbreaking stuff too. Let's take Astrobot Rescue Mission, for example, which I have played a little bit of. And I know Brett, I think, has played a little bit of. But, Astrobot Rescue Mission in VR has been compared to like defying what kind of a 3D platformer in VR is, akin to what like Mario did, right? With like the original 3D Mario, something like that. So VR is really exciting. The technology is there. The fidelity of the screens are just going to get better and better and better. I still think one of the major hurdles, especially speaking from personal experience, is the motion sickness factor, which some people are more susceptible to than others. I personally am still super susceptible to it, but I think it's worth it for the right person, and if you can afford it. And I think right now PSVR and the Oculus Quest 2 or whatever it is are 2 super cheap entry points into VR if you are interested, and there's a lot of games out there for it. Christian says, well, I've still personally never experienced VR, mainly because horror is not my thing at all, because I'm a bitch, but it's definitely something I want to experience soon. Yeah. And there's more than just horror in VR. Horror is really cool if you can handle it. And I'm personally a huge horror fan. And I struggled with Resident Evil 7 in VR, playing it for that long, because it's really scary. It is. It just kind of completely immerses you, which is awesome. But yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at, let's see. Resident Evil Village. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the the Game Informer video from today. So let's mute this. Let's take a look at this. So this was released by Game Informer today. Okay. So interesting to know. I think that part that we just saw with this creature right here was actually leaked at some other point, because I have seen this before. And I don't know why it looks so familiar to me, but if anybody knows in the chat, let me know. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. Danny Williams says, dude, so many great VR game types. I could give a boatload of recommendations. There are a lot of great top 25 lists out there worth checking out if you are new. Yeah, Daniel, that's a great point. And also check out the subreddits. There's a VR subreddit, just straight up VR. There's a PSVR subreddit. You know, kind of whatever ecosystem you're into, you could probably find a community for it. Let's keep watching this.
That's right, folks. This month's cover story is the one and only Resident Evil 8. Join Game Informer as we take you through the twisted trails of the village, show off the game's terrifying new enemies, and chat with the Resident Evil dev team about the upcoming return of Ethan Winters and Chris Redfield. And of course, we'll have some exclusive gameplay for you to look at all month long. Thanks, and be sure to subscribe to the magazine for the full cover story, and go to GameInformer.com to get even more exciting Resident Evil coverage.
Okay, so Brett says that these, see if I can get a better shot, that these werewolf enemies right here that's behind me, Brett says apparently they're very intelligent. So I wonder if they're not going to be like, what do you call it? Almost like an intermediate kind of, you know, villain between like what like a boss is and like just what's a harder enemy. Think of like oh shit, what are they called in Resident Evil 2 specifically that I'm remembering from most recently? The fucking things that could hear, right? They can't, they're blind but they can hear. Oh my god, I should remember what they're called. You guys will correct me in chat. I fucking forget what they're called. But anyway, maybe they're kind of like that, like an intermediate enemy between a boss and, you know, just a regular enemy. Daniel said lickers. Yes, lickers. I should have remembered that. I was going to say clickers, but that is Last of Us, not Resident Evil. Lickers. Yes, thank you, Daniel. All right, let's take a look at the... So we just have a little over 7 minutes left. Let's take a look at this other video from Game Informer that is from today.
Over the past 25 years, the upgrade systems in Resident Evil have taken a backseat to make players feel powerless to the horrors that go bump in the night. Resident Evil Village isn't a seismic shift for the series, but Capcom has put a new emphasis on powering up its protagonist. Join us as we take a first look at the upgrade system.
How long is this video?
Ethan Winters and the
it's only about a little under 3 minutes. So let's take a look at this.
Village is populated with a variety of animals and absolutely nothing overtly scary whatsoever. If you look past the terror...
Hey. Don't. You're not funny. Just don't do that. Just don't do that, please. Brett says he heard that village upgrade system is very similar to Resi 4. Yeah. So will there be some kind of merchant, obviously, which is that larger fellow that we've seen. And then you can kind of buy storage upgrades in your inventory and upgrades to your weapons and things like that. And then K-Hall in the chat says this game better have eggs. Yes, if you are curious what Kevin means about eggs, well, I mean, if you're a Resident Evil fan, you know, but check out our Resident Evil 4 live stream series if you have not yet. Let's keep watching this.
Creatures looking to maul off your face. You'll see some animals that you can hunt and butcher for meat.
So clearly hunting is going to be a big aspect of this.
Careful though, some of the animals in the village won't go down without a fight. They'll
good.
back when you attempt to kill them. So be
more
prepared
things to take damage
precious
from.
ammo for a quick kill.
Oh, precious
Knowing when to
ammo.
take your shot and when to conserve ammo has always been the key to survival in Resident Evil. But slaying animals in village offers a bounty of riches that might be worth a few spent shells. Once you secure the necessary poultry, fish,
there you go.
and other
Eggs.
forms of meat, you
Well,
can take
chickens
these
and
ingredients
therefore
to the Duke's
eggs.
Kitchen. Our fine friend here offers.
What came first? Chicken or the... Okay, here we go. Duke's Kitchen. This is interesting. And pretty new for the franchise.
Offers an assortment of recipes that allow players to obtain powerful and permanent upgrades, which they'll need when Lady D and her lovely group of vampires cross their paths.
Finished. I'd love for you to enjoy as well.
Christian says first of all, we'll get to that in a second. Christian says in the chat, I wonder if that werewolf looking dude is a thing that happens in the actual story and you slowly become one of the monsters of the village. That could be interesting. I think the answer to that will come in whether or not they're interested with continuing as Ethan Winters as the protagonist or not, or a protagonist or not, or if they're ready to end his story arc. Daniel says, I like that they brought back the food stuff in from RE4 and RE7, Jack's birthday DLC. Okay, so I'm actually, oh my God, you're right. You're right. I forgot that was in, well, I didn't actually know that it was in the RE4 DLC, but RE7, you're right. I forgot that was actually part of the DLC. That's cool. Is that something that's popular with a lot of other fans of the franchise? I would assume. It's cool. And obviously the RE4
upgrade his arsenal. The key to tricking out your
inventory system.
Becoming the ultimate lichen hunting machine is Lee, the game's currency. And how do you obtain Lee, you might wonder? Well,
right.
When players take down the game's antagonists, they might drop precious coins as well as other valuables that can be sold for cash. Players will also be able to find hidden treasures in the environment, which the Duke will happily take off your hands in exchange for more Lee. Once you've saved enough of the currency, there's plenty you'll be able to purchase to assist you on your quest to find Ethan's daughter. Sniper rifle swaying too much to be effective? Go buy a cheat crest for more accurate aiming.
Now, wait, did he say go to find Ethan's daughter? Did we know that? That was a story point in this game?
Not killing your foes quick enough with your pistol? Go upgrade its power, rate of fire, reload speed, and ammo capacity. You may feel uneasy using your ammo.
Yeah, Daniel, you're right. You're right.
Promises
I thought you meant like actually cooking stuff.
Ethan's arsenal becomes more deadly. The risk-reward balance of resources in Resident Evil has always been a centerpiece.
Listen, you all know, if you've been watching our Resident Evil 4 live series, that I absolutely love the inventory management system. I love playing Tetris like that. Christian says in the chat, I love the fact that you can be close to death and then just eat some fancy ass chicken meal in front of some monsters. That's right.
Piece of the series, and Village is no different. And while there are those who will find it helpful to hoard their riches, some of the game's toughest enemies may need an extra special dose of firepower. Hey friends, Alex Stadnick from Game Informer here. We hope you enjoyed this dive into Resident Evil Village, but the fun doesn't stop here. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page, as we're going to be rolling out more great exclusive looks at...
All right, cool. Thanks, Game Informer. So we are probably just a little over... 2 minutes until the... What the hell's going on? We are just a little over 2 minutes until the beginning of the showcase. Daniel says, yes, haha, that was shown in the first trailer. Chris kidnaps her. Oh, you're right. See, I wanted to rewatch the first trailer specifically for that reason. We kind of ran out of time now, but that's okay. So yes, we are just a little under 2 minutes now from the start of the showcase. What you can expect from me during the showcase is I will try to talk as little as possible, okay? But if you are here, you are watching somebody else react to it, and I cannot help you with what my reactions are. Okay, if you have a hard time hearing the video or something, let me know. I can turn it up. Just let me know in chat. If I'm too loud, let me know. I can turn it down. But I cannot guarantee that I will not either get A, extremely hyped and scream, or B, be disinterested in what we're watching and say that it looks like poopy dook. Okay, so that is what I can guarantee you. That is the Josh Toll haptic intel guarantee that you will always get my genuine reactions to whatever the fuck we are watching. And what I will also tell you is that when it is done, we can chat for a minute or two. But what I also expect is that if we get a what's it called, dropping a fucking demo dropping, that I will be getting off stream rather quickly and going to play it. Okay, unless it's on PC, maybe I'll play it on stream. I don't fucking know, man. Okay, I would assume it'd probably be on PlayStation first, like the other one, but I don't fucking know, dude. Shout out to Carl Casey again. Little under 30 seconds, folks. Let's spam the fucking chat with a shit ton of eggs. Daniel says, be yourself. I appreciate it. I guess I'm not actually talking for anybody that's in the chat right now, but people on replay like to be like, what? Shut up. Just watch it. Eat my ass. Here we go.
No. That place is full of nothing but blood and death.
Okay, someone please tell me, what the hell is going on here?
Wow.
We don't know what the fuck is going on.
What the hell was that?
Let's see what you're really made of. Ethan Winters.
All right.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the second Resident Evil Showcase. I'm your host, Brittany Braunbacher, and I am so excited to be your guide through today's experience. Okay. We're going to hear from the Resident Evil team today, and they have so much
right,
Christian. For you.
Spam those fucking eggs.
Trailer, new gameplay, and more news for Resident Evil Village, which is right around the corner, coming to us on May 7th.
That's right.
We'll also be sharing the latest on the 25th anniversary of the series, and some fun surprises that go along with that, so stay tuned.
I forgot about all the fucking anime and all that shit. Fuck, man.
Executive producer of the franchise.
I think they're going to, Brett, spend some other time on other stuff, and it'll probably maybe round out with Village.
Hi, I'm Jun Takeuchi, executive producer on Resident Evil. Due to your continued support, the franchise has reached its 25th anniversary.
That's right, baby.
Thank you so much. 25 whole years.
Forgot to show you all my watch.
By so many of our fans.
You can't see it. Never mind.
When I look back,
I got Umbrella on my watch.
And think about when we first started this project with Shinji Mikami. I never would have imagined that it would turn into such a long-lasting franchise. Even
my man's jacket is fucking fly as hell.
Continue to succeed through your continued support. Now we prepared the latest trailer for our upcoming title, Resident Evil Village. It's a game jam-packed full of entertainment and horror, and it has a huge breadth of content, so brace yourselves when you play. Well then, without further ado, please enjoy.
Nah, RPD, dude. Raccoon City Police Department.
Midnight moon rises on black wings.
Right, here we go.
We await the light at the end. In life and in death, glory to Mother Miranda.
When you're whining, we're almost there.
Have we found out this dude's name yet? I don't know. He looks slick though. Fly as hell.
Where are you?
Rose is our daughter, I guess.
Hello. If there are any
it did look like there was the Umbrella logo on that pedestal, Brett. You're correct.
Near the fields.
Oh, my fucking cock is fully torqued right now.
Oh no. They're coming. Who is?
Oh shit!
Stop shouting. You'll draw the monsters.
Tell me, what is going on around here?
It doesn't make any sense. Mother Miranda has always protected us.
You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you?
There she is, tall lady.
Let's see how special you are.
Oh, she's sucking me off, dude. Listen, Lady Domesticuscu can suck me off anytime she wants to.
All that's left? There is no one left.
We can bust out with this.
Bust a fucking nut, more like it.
And gentlemen,
Lady D can get my D, that's right. Oh, this looks slick.
now let the games begin.
There is no safe. Every sorry bastard out there has been ripped in half. Tomorrow we'll all be dead.
Yeah, Christian, they are related, apparently.
Chris, what the hell? Why?
Damn, Chris looking fucking good.
Mr. Winters.
God, everybody's looking really good.
Poor Ethan.
Ethan Winters. Welcome.
What's up?
Get off of me!
Oh my god, who the fuck is that?
I gotta say, I'm surprised you made it this far.
Oh,
It'd be a
okay.
shame if something happened to you now.
Damn.
You killed Mia. Now do me and finish the job.
Wow. Ethan wants death. Oh shit, man. Let's fucking go. Let's get some eggs in the chat for Resident Evil Village, dude. Alright, now I'm interested what the rest of the showcase is.
There's so much to break down there. I know we cannot wait to find out what Chris's involvement is. Now, in the last showcase, we promised that another demo was coming this spring.
Uh-oh.
Something tells me it won't involve casual tea time with Lady Dimitrescu, but I don't think the internet behind that.
That's how you say it?
Let's pass it to Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village, to tell us more about that upcoming gameplay demo. Kanda-san, thank you so much for joining us again
so
today.
wrong. Brett, I did notice that. It said May. Hopefully no delay. Dude, they were so close.
Thank you for the introduction, Brittany. Hi, everyone. I'm Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village.
What's up?
Resident Evil Village has been created with the concept of a beautiful yet terrifying village in mind. And we have poured our passion into creating this experience for our fans. Of course, it also has the combat,
Daniel said, dude, that was boss.
And horror
it was.
elements you expect from
Fucking
Resident Evil.
fully torqued right now.
We've also made sure there's plenty of gameplay content as well. In the previous showcase, we told you that we have another demo ready for you across multiple platforms.
You did say that, so where is it?
I'm happy to announce that the next demo experience will be available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, Steam, and Stadia.
When?
In lieu of the game event that we were unable to hold, we have prepared a special day where you can experience Resident Evil Village. Here are the details on when it needs to be available.
Damn. Literally the week before, May 1st.
You'll have a total of 60 minutes to explore both the village and castle areas.
Damn, man. Come on
You're
now.
free to spend 1 full hour for both stages, or choose which one you want to play.
Okay.
It's up to you where you spend your survival horror experience. PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 owners will also get early access as well. We've titled it 8 Hours in Village.
Ooh.
We have the details for you here.
Oh shit! April 17th! Wait a minute! That's this weekend!
In honor of Resident Evil Village being the
Damn,
major
that just
installment
flashed so
of the
quickly.
franchise, you will have an 8-hour window to try out the demo for 30 minutes. PlayStation players will have early access to the village section first, followed by the castle section.
Okay, there's a lot of information.
For the early access players, feel free to also stream and share your playthrough to the world.
Okay.
We hope that
maybe we'll
with
do
your
that.
help, we will be able to show off the demo to everyone. And for the multiple platform demo, we hope that all players from all over the world will be able to enjoy the Resident Evil Village demo. Finally, players will be able to preload the demo ahead of time. PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 owners are able to pre-download the demo starting today.
Okay, so you can download it now, which I will.
Please visit our official website for more details. We hope you enjoy this upcoming sneak peek at the next generation of survival.
At the end of the stream, we'll go back and review all of that because there was a lot of information and super confusing, and I don't know why they're doing it that way, but okay.
I'm so torn where to spend my time. Do I spend it in the village or the castle? Let us know what your plan is. But in the meantime, what if I told you there's another surprise in store? Any guesses?
Yeah, probably the anime
director Mori Masasato
or the movie.
What he knows.
Hi everyone, I'm director Morimasa Sato. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you all about the much requested extra game mode included with Resident Evil Village. The Mercenaries.
Oh right, I forgot about
this. For those of you hearing about it for the first time, it's a beloved extra mode featured in various games in the franchise. It's best known for high-speed, arcade-style action, where you have to reach the goal within a certain time limit. Of course, we've also added some new touches to it. So let's dive into some of the additions we've made.
Welcome.
The first change
Brett says VR, please.
Yes. In this version of the Mercenaries, you can access the Duke's Emporium between areas. You're free to purchase new weapons with the money you collect, or upgrade your arsenal to fit your playstyle.
I saw you eyeing that one. Weapons modifications, and we'll do. Thank you for your patronage. Start.
Rest assured, you can expect this side mode to be just as fast-paced as the previous installments.
Clear.
You'll have to consider which weapons you'll take into each stage, and how you'll customize them. With a large arsenal of options to work with, it's up to the player to figure out what strategy works best for them. Another change is the addition of abilities. Abilities can increase the damage of handguns.
Anyway, my god. They gave this Japanese dude a baller ash English, but I agree.
They can also make your guard.
This is free, right, too? Mercenaries is free with the purchase of Village. I think similar to Reverse or whatever it was with 3. Remake. Oh, you already know I'm gonna be fucking bopping people. This looks...
The Mercenaries in Resident Evil Village is a rich gameplay experience.
Way better than Reverse.
With special rewards for those who persevere. If you're looking for an additional challenge, we hope you're excited for this extra mode that's included with the main game.
Okay, there you go, yeah, included with the main game.
Bonus mode packed with content. So we hope everyone is looking forward to it. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot, yo. Hopefully it's better than Reverse or whatever the fucking one with Resident Evil 3 Remake was, but I'll give it a shot, yo.
If you haven't already heard, Resident Evil has reached an impressive milestone. On March 22nd, the franchise celebrated its 25th anniversary.
Yeah,
and like
Christian.
so many of you, I've been a fan since practically day one.
You're right. At least it's a little more co-op based looking rather than just straight up multiplayer.
Games to a big umbrella of video games, movies, toys, board games, and more. Resident Evil RE-verse is just one of the many ways Capcom is celebrating that anniversary. Lots of you probably tried the open beta earlier this month, but don't forget, Resident Evil RE-verse will be available for free to anyone who purchases Resident Evil Village.
Right, okay.
The franchise has also inspired
I downloaded it, but I never tried it.
Game industry as a whole. Let's hear from some industry powerhouses here to
if anybody played
celebrate the
RE-verse, let me know how it was in the chat.
Resident Evil franchise.
I've heard mixed things, to say the least.
I'd like to congratulate the Resident Evil team on their 25th.
Why is Mark Cerny here?
25 years.
Dude, give me VR, Marky.
Embrace new technologies and find new ways to advance storytelling.
Okay,
and
all right. VR.
4 consoles.
Yes, VR.
And I can't wait to see what Resident Evil Village will be like on PlayStation.
Me too. Yep. Okay, more PlayStation. Is this the VR announcement? Oh, you guys can't see that. Oh, that's alright. Choose just looking cute. Don't worry about it.
Hello, I'm Ashley Swidowski. I'm the character art director at Naughty Dog. I wanted to first congratulate all of the developers for 25 years of amazing Resident Evil titles.
Yeah.
I hope that no matter what game you touched or what part of the game you were responsible for.
I believe the game has touched me, and I know I have touched it.
Over the years, myself included. So thanks so much, guys, and again, congratulations.
Hello, my name is Siobhan
I agree,
Rennie,
Brett.
and I am the studio director at Media Molecule.
Damn,
wanted to start out
a
by
lot of
saying
fucking
huge
PlayStation
congrats
shits
to
here.
Everybody who's ever worked on a Resident Evil game. You had me at day one with your incredible franchise.
Daniel says in the chat, I didn't like RE Burst much. I like Resistance much more, actually. Yeah, Brett and I gave Resistance a try. It was alright, you know, especially it's free. It was kind of cool. Yeah, I've heard really, really mixed to negative things about RE Burst, but can't speak on it myself. But I'll trust Daniel. Alright, Infinite Darkness. Okay, this is the anime or the movie? I forget.
Kobayashi,
The
producer
anime.
on live action and anime entertainment for Resident Evil. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the series. Having worked as a programmer on the
Actually really
first
excited
title
for this series.
and as producer on several titles over the years, it's amazing to see how far the franchise has come. It's a brand name that you hear even in the movie business, and it's thanks to the love and support from the fans. To all of you, thank you so much. Now, we have something new to show you today from
Trailer?
one of our latest projects. Please sit back and enjoy.
Alright. Daniel says Netflix, I think. Yep, Netflix. His words aren't matching the subs.
Never got any clearance
I mean,
to land that
it's pretty
fast
normal
before.
for a foreign language.
You must be special.
Leon?
Claire?
Could you take a look at something? A little boy drew them.
This
Can't
is
get anyone to go on
definitely 3D, but it's really good.
A lot like raccoons.
I think it looks really good.
I gotta go. Don't do anything stupid.
And I know they're getting the
Hey,
voice
Leon.
actors too from the games.
That outfit doesn't suit you.
Man, dude, I think the 3D looks really good, guys.
Let's get the president to the bunker. Anything even remotely hostile gets a headshot.
Yeah, there's the Netflix logo. Gant Zero vibes. Yeah, Brett, you're right. Like that
What did you think?
quality of
I'm
3D
happy
animation.
We're finally able to share the latest trailer for Resident Evil Infinite Darkness with you today, starring Leon and Claire. It takes place in 2006, approximately 2 years after the events of Resident
Perfect,
Evil 4.
'cause I'm
A
about to beat
zombie
it.
outbreak is happening in the White House, and the president is none other than the father of Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4.
Oh,
He's just one of the many
shit.
characters that we'll be introducing along the way.
That's slick.
So
I didn't know
please
that.
Stay tuned. Resident Evil Infinite Darkness will be airing on Netflix worldwide in July 2021.
July? Holy
and
shit,
I have
that's
one
soon.
more announcement for you related to the live-action reboot of Resident Evil. Filming in Toronto has wrapped up, and we're in the middle of creating the creatures in CGI.
Oh,
So
shit,
please
it's in
stay tuned
post?
For more information, including the release date.
Oh my
Until
God.
Next time, thank you for
I wonder
watching.
if that movie's gonna come out this year, maybe early next year. Wow, I didn't realize they're fucking so far into the production on that. That's good shit, guys. Another world premiere. The umbrella logo. I can't wait either, Brett. Daniel says this is during RE6. Very good. I'm about to play that game as well.
Hi. On behalf of everybody here at Behavior, congratulations on 25 years of horror.
Does anybody
Over the
play that
years,
game anymore?
Our very own 4v1 multiplayer action game, Dead by Daylight, has become the Hall of Fame of horror. And today, I'm excited to say Resident Evil will soon be joining our universe.
I mean, I guess that's
Tune
cool.
in to our
I don't want to hate on
fifth
it. That game
anniversary
can be
broadcast
fun,
on May the
even though it's
25th
abysmal.
For the full reveal of the Resident
And I
Evil
thought,
chapter
didn't they
coming
stop
to
something with the
TV
servers for that
this
game
June.
or something?
In
I don't
the
know, maybe I'm
meantime,
wrong.
If you're up for it, I suggest you get some practice in before the chapter comes into the fog. Because look, you have two choices here. Kill or be killed. It's your call.
I'd like to be killed, I think. Daniel says, "Oh no, don't play RE6." I have to. I have to play RE5 and 6 at least once, and then RE1.
Let's take a look.
And Brett, you're right. Both Silent Hill and Resi are both in Dead by Daylight. Another world premiere. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Mike Morishita, executive producer at Facebook. Resident Evil, the franchise that changed the way we think about video games, is still going strong after 25 years.
VR?
Congratulations, Capcom, on this incredible milestone. Now let's rewind for a moment. I remember when Resident Evil 4 launched in 2005. It was amazing, brilliant. Nobody had ever seen a game like it before. And it remains at the pinnacle of the survival horror genre. In the 16 years since the launch of Resident Evil 4, the gaming industry has evolved, and new ways to play have entered the market. And we've been eager to explore how Resident Evil 4 could be enhanced for a modern audience.
I'm Mike Perdue.
Are we about to get Resident Evil 4 in fucking VR?
I'm excited to announce that Capcom, Oculus Studios, and Armature Studio are partnering to bring Resident Evil 4 to Quest 2. We're thrilled about
What about PSVR,
we can't
bitch?
wait for you to experience the world of Resident Evil in a new medium. It's immersive, comes with a first-person perspective, and will bring new richness and depth to the Resident Evil 4 experience you know and love. You'll be able to step inside the game for the first time. Tune in to the Oculus Gaming Showcase next week, April 21st.
Dude, this better also come to PSVR, or I'm gonna have to get myself a Quest 2.
How we brought this title to this
And a new computer, because I don't think my computer is powerful enough to handle VR.
You can tune in on the Oculus Facebook page or on Twitch.
My father?
There he is! There he is! There he is! Yo, that's fucking slick. I did not expect that to be the VR announcement that we were going to get. That's really cool. If you have an Oculus, please bring it to PSVR, or I'm going to have to buy an Oculus and a computer. Holy shit.
And that's
Hell
it for
yeah.
our showcase.
That's it?
Let's recap
Wow,
the
okay.
exciting news from today's event. Resident Evil Village releases on May 7th, and a demo experience will be available for a limited time each week leading up to the game's launch. PlayStation owners can pre-download the demo starting today. The Mercenaries mode was also announced with a first look at gameplay. This fan favorite will be included with the game. And finally, to celebrate 25 years of the franchise, we have Resident Evil Infinite Darkness coming to Netflix, and new upcoming collaborations with partners outside of Capcom. Thanks again for spending some time with us today for another exciting showcase. I'm your host, Brittany Brombacher, and it's been an honor being here with you
Holy
again
shit.
in this event. Have a great day.
Oh, Brett, is Oculus Quest the one that doesn't need to show a PC?
Bye-bye.
You might be right.
Another time.
Is this anything? No. No. Okay. All right. Anyway, I want to take a look at those demo shits real quick before I hop off. Daniel says in the chat, "Dang, I have no intention of ever dealing with the Quest. I don't like the fact that they require you to link your Facebook." Oh, that's right. You're right. Brett and I talked about that before, that you have to link your Facebook account and then you lose everything if you get rid of your Facebook account. That's right. And Christian says we got to go over those dates again. Yes, we do. So let's go over those dates right now. Let's go over those dates. All right, so here we go. Oh my God, hang on. I will bring them over in 1 second. You will see them very shortly. All right, so hang on, let me bring them all over and then we'll look. Oh my God, why is that like that? Oh my God, this is a mess right now. Hang on. All right. So first of all is this. Hopefully you can see that. So PlayStation Early Access, 8 hours in Village. So why is it called 8 hours in Village, but you only get 30 minutes? Anyway, North America, April 17th. Oh, The demo's only open for 8 hours? The fuck? So the demo's open for 8 hours, but you only get 30 minutes. Which is fucking stupid. April 17th, starting at 5 p.m. Until 1 p.m. Pacific time. So that's, what, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Eastern time? All right, so that's the PlayStation Early Access one. Here is... Oh. Okay, this is Village. This is the Village map. You get 8 hours. You get 30 minutes to play within an 8-hour window. This is the Castle demo, which is also open for an 8-hour window on April 24th, and you get 30 minutes to play on PlayStation first. Why is this so fucking complicated? Just launch it and leave it alone. You get 8 hours to play 30 minutes, and then there's 2 different days for 2 different maps. I'm sure there's probably an internal reason why they're doing that, but I don't fucking like it, and it's confusing me. Not really, but why is this so overly complicated? And then we got a time-limited demo on May 1st, where you can play 60 minutes on all platforms, and I think they said this was any map in the game of however you want to spend your time. So maybe, okay. All right, listen. Maybe that's kind of cool. Maybe that's kind of cool because you can play those first 2 demos, right? For 30 minutes within those 8-hour periods and be like, okay, I liked playing in the castle more. So when this time-limited demo goes up on May 1st, that's only up through May 2nd, so literally 24 hours, you can decide how you want to spend your 60 minutes in that, whether you want to do the village map or the castle map. So you could play those 30-minute things in the 8-hour window and be like, oh, I really like the castle map. Let me use my 60 minutes here to play it again, or try them both again. Okay. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Kind of cool. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's a little convoluted, but it's kind of interesting, I guess. It's kind of interesting. Okay, anyway. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. But to recap, let's head back up to HQ, and then we'll wrap it up and give our final thoughts. So Brett says he would have rathered a regular demo. I agree. They're making it, again, a little complicated. Which I guess I get it, right? So you have 2 separate demos, right, on PlayStation first, that are available for an 8-hour period, and then you get 30 minutes to do both the village one in the one, and then the castle one in the other one. And then there's the full demo on May 1st to May 2nd, where you can have 60 minutes for 20. It's open for 24 hours and just play whatever you want. And Christian says it's a weird way of saying PlayStation people are special. That's true, because you're right. The first 2 are not available on other platforms. The first 2 are only available on PS4 and PS5, where the time-limited demo is available for everybody, where you get 60 minutes in it. Christian says there has to be a reason for the time, in my opinion, like timing-wise for your actual objectives. Something could happen if you don't complete the objective or something. Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking maybe, too, they're trying to maybe stress test or do something internally with it. So I don't know. Danny Williams says they did the same with the RE's 2 demo initially. 30-minute demo. I used multiple accounts to play it 4 times. That's not a bad idea. When there was the RE3 demo, I played it on my PlayStation first, and then I also played the demo on my PC just to see how it ran. So that's not a bad idea. But you're right. You could just use multiple accounts, make multiple accounts, and play the demo a million fucking times if you wanted to, within the 8-hour window, of course, which just whatever. So for example, I have a US PlayStation account, and then a Japanese PlayStation account because I get some Japanese exclusive stuff on there, so I could play the demo a couple times if I wanted to, which I might. I don't know. Anyway, so besides the demo shit, we got the little new trailer that showed some really cool stuff. The game is looking mighty fine, I will say that. And then we also got the Mercenaries demo stuff that we saw. We also got the little another look at the anime, and then we got a look, or rather a insight that the movie, the Resident Evil movie that is coming out this, well, we don't actually know if it's coming out this year, is going to be, is in post-production. Oh, and also the Resident Evil anime takes place 2 years after Resident Evil 4 and is going to be released in July on Netflix, which is really, really fucking cool. All right, folks, I think I'm going to wrap up. So put any last thoughts in the chat while I begin to wrap up, or anything else that you want to discuss before I hop off. And for those of you that are watching either live or on replay, you know, feel free, go back, watch the entire thing, watch my live reactions to the showcase. Oh my God, we got fucking Resident Evil 4 in VR too. I forgot about that, which was only announced for the Oculus, the Quest 2, whatever, thus far. No VR announcement for Resident Evil Village though, which I was really hoping for. Daniel says in the chat, I'm so torn on playing this at launch. If there's even a chance of a VR version, I want that to be the first way I play. Hey man, that's a really good point. It'd be so cool to experience it in VR for the first time, like the game in VR for the first time, without having played it before. I feel like though at this point, if we haven't gotten an announcement about VR yet for this game, that we might not for a while. You know, if it's even in the works, it might be something where like they're trying to launch the game first, and then they'll announce VR support, you know, a year or two after the game's launch. But yeah, that's a good point. But anyway, make sure you check out our Resident Evil 4 live stream series, which is becoming ever more relevant to everything that's going on with Resident Evil's 25th anniversary. Make sure you like, you comment on this if you're watching the playback, you subscribe, you share it with your friends, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All of our socials are linked in the description. I really appreciate everybody tuning in with me and watching the Resident Evil Village showcase. It was a lot of fun. Do all the YouTube stuff that I just mentioned. Again, love you all, appreciate you, and we'll be seeing you real soon. Probably gonna be doing another Resident Evil 4 stream this weekend, maybe, to finish the series, the game. Hopefully we got one more chapter left, chapter 5. So hopefully we'll get to that this weekend. Drop some eggs in the chat. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Love you all. Appreciate you very much. See you later.